Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a CS-59, it's a tier 9 Polish medium tank. It's located on the westbourne of Sand River, and this one is under the command of RNG's Toxis. Okay, game underway. Now this tank was supposed to be the replacement for the T-34-85, which were a bit long in the tooth when this one was being conceived in the 60s. They didn't build any prototypes, but they did come up with the designs for this tank, apparently. It's not a fake tank or made up tank in any way, but eventually Poland decided to go ahead and build the T-55 tank instead in 1968 under license from the Soviets. I suppose there are reasons, or good reasons, for them doing that, because after all it wouldn't upset the Soviets if they actually paid a license to build their tanks. Plus of course they get the ability to have a commonality of sources of supply, and equipment would be the same, so the shells would be the same in theory. This tank would have been quite different actually though, because it's got a 105mm gun with 390 alpha as its damage. And the thing is, it also has a fairly decent reload time as well. 8:44 by the book, but you see here that RNG has managed to get it down to 6.93, so he shaved a second off the reload. And the DPM is quite high, which means that you can get a lot of damage on the enemy fairly quickly. Now, nice shot into the Pantera, but that guy doesn't have much in the way of armor, and he did see where we are, so we need to pull down from this position or we might start taking fire. In fact, the AE phase 1 is taking fire, and I think that RNG's Toxis decided he's better off moving back either to near his cap or to go north of the river, where he can actually get damage on those guys without them being able to do anything about it. I don't think it's a wise idea to go back there. That AE phase 1 is still taking fire. Yeah, he's decided to change for it, turn around. In fact, the EBR that was on the north bank and a Kampfpanzer 50 has actually turned up on the north side of the cap area, so probably a good idea for him to be engaged with those guys, because we know how good the Kampfpanzer 50 is. No, he's still interested in sniping at the enemy tanks when they come around the corner. The VK is taking some damage. He's trying to tell the guy, pull back. And he's gone back. Well, it's almost like he's going to try and confront these guys. He puts a round nicely through a charioteer who really doesn't have the armour to defend against him, but he can't get through the armour of a Type 4 heavy, and it was a bit foolish to try. Yeah, this might not be the smartest move to engage these guys. He's the heaviest armor he's got on the front is 130mm. That's the front of the turret, and the A phase 1 just got killed. He's got 110 at the front on the hull, but the side armor on both the turret and the hull are very weak. So if he tries to brawl with these guys face to face, he is going to come a cropper. So instead he's going to try and shoot that Pantera, and took around in the tracks. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. Those guys up there are actually trying to get shots into him, and the best thing he can do under the circumstances is do that. Yeah, snipe at them occasionally every time they pop up. The VK's holding his own for the moment. Now we do know that there were enemy tanks behind the two up front. The Type 4 and the T-28 now going for it. Okay, if he does get shots into these guys, he's going to have to make a Scarpa quick. Can he get a shot into the T-28? Yes, he does. 360, which is a low roll. It's got 9 degrees of gun depression, so he can use it to good effect. Pumps one into the back of the Type 4. He's a one-shot. Now he can take the guy out. And the Arty gets the kill. And he takes out the T28 prototype. So good save there. He actually helped the his teammate, the VK, to stay alive. And, well, yes, he does owe him one now. Yes, he certainly does. Okay, the EBR-75. He's in the riverbed, and he's fighting out against the Star 1, a Charioteer and an E50. I think the E50 is up above, so he could go down into the riverbed, but he's probably going to take damage if he does. Most of the threat from the enemy is coming from the north bank of the river now. There's an M48 out there, Ram Panzer, a CS-59 just like himself, and here's the EBR. Good shot. Low roll, 378 though, and he's going after is he going after Arty? No, but he's dead now. Good shot. Okay, it's the Kampfpanzer Fumsieg now. Now remember, they're weak on the hull. If you hit the sides of the hull, they do tend to get damaged. The front has got piked armour, but it's only on the upper plate, and he goes down to a shot from the Star 1. We've got a CS-59 just across the river and a Ram Panzer over there. He just fired at us, and that shot didn't hit the target. Now the enemy still has an Arty, so watch out for those Arty shots. Oh, he killed the Ram Panzer. Okay, who's next? We've got a Scorpion just above the river. He's hiding behind the rocks at the moment, but he might pop out, and there's a good chance we might get a quick shot of opportunity. So he's aiming for the gap just in case the guy moves back, and unfortunately he's now gone unspotted. He's having a quick look round to see where the others are. T49, he can easily hit that one. Yes, he does, but it's another low roll, but potentially he's got a high caliber. Okay, he's moving up. Progetto in sight. Okay, now he's going to have to abandon this position because it's too open to the Progetto. Okay, the CS-59 is being dealt with. The Star 1's there, the ISU-152, and the M40 is backing them up. So he's going to go after the Progetto 46. We've been spotted. That's probably the T49 and the Scorpion. Oh, it was the Scorpion. And we took a round in the side. It's a low roll though, so at least it's looking favourably on us. Yeah, that was the big problem. Going off to the Progetto meant that you were going to be heading out to the open and the enemy was going to see you. But, yep, we can easily pen this guy. Yep, he's only got a 90mm gun, not a 105, so we will outpace him on damage. Easily go through his armour. He's a one-shot now. This next shot will be the kill. Yep, got him. Nice shot. Now, T49 and the Scorpion. We need to make sure those guys pay for what they did. There's the Scorpion. That's the first one. 349, low roll. Okay, this nice quick reload is really handy. Hello. Now, I think that did hit. I didn't see any sand kicked up by the shell. He's now trying to get into a position so he can attack them as they're going in after the ISU-152. We might see them any second. Remember, we've got 9 degrees gun depression, so we can use the ridgeline. RNG is toxic, is saying he needs more damage. He's trying to get 6.5k for a mission. Now, we can't see the Scorpion. And I don't think he's hiding behind a bush. There he is! In the distance. He's just realised he's been spotted. But he does take around 379. We lose the ISU-152, but the Scorpion's a one-shot. And he's stopped behind the buildings. Now, that fired through the buildings, but I don't think we got a hit. And I think the Scorpion decided he was in cover there, so he wasn't going to progress any further. The problem is he's the last one on the enemy team. If RNG's Toxis kills him, he gets the match. He also gets 5 kills, 1/3 of the enemy team. Now, where are you? No sign. He doesn't want to get too close or stay here too often. Scorpion might see him. He fires blind. Now, he wasn't seen. So the Scorpion didn't see that when it happened. And again, he wasn't seen at all, even though the bush mechanic was in effect there. It makes me think that the Scorpion's relocated. Now, the good thing in RNG's Toxis' favour is that even if the Scorpion was to get a high roll, I don't think he can actually take him out with one shot. He'd need 2. So even if he does get the first shot in, I'm pretty sure RNG's Toxis will get the final deciding shot immediately afterwards. He's loaded standard ammo. He doesn't need the premium rounds. Not on the Scorpion. It's only a Panther armor. 105mm round will easily carve through that. He did abandon the position. Okay, so he's not here. Which makes me think that either he's pulled back to the bushes or he headed north to get away. No, because if he was down there, surely he would have been spotted on the 6th sense. I think the Scorpion's pulled back to his own cap area and he's now waiting in ambush for RNG's Toxis to turn up. Either that or he went north through the gaps. Yeah, through that gap there in the dunes. We've got 2 minutes 54 seconds left, so if he's going to make a move to get to the cap area, he needs to do it soon. People are pointing out in the chat time. He wants to get this damage. He needs it for his mission. He's got 5,971. I'm pretty sure he did actually hit that Scorpion. So he is a one-shot. He's just worried that the Scorpion's going to get the first shot in and then get a follow-up. But remember, the Scorpion does have a long reload. Now, if he gets seen... He's been seen! Now, change! Oh, he takes a big hit, but this is the kill shot, and that wins the game! And the Top Gun. I missed that. He did have a blind kill. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game from RNG's Toxis in the CS-59. He got a spot advantage for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 6, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He did get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. I miscounted the number of kills that were showing on top of the sheet. It said 5 with the Scorpion, but apparently he did get a blind hit kill as well, and that's why it's not showing the full story. I thought that, yes, he was only going to get 5 by the end of the game, but in fact he got 6. So let's have a look at the team score and we'll see where he was. 6,463. He needed 6,500 hit points of damage. Sadly, he was slightly short for his mission. But he did get the highest, and the next highest person was the Scorpion with 3,784, followed by their CS-59 with 2,215. When it came to kills, he definitely had the highest number of those. 6 kills for RNG's Toxis, 3 kills for the VK101P, the CS-59 on the enemy team, their Scorpion, and their Progetto. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one as well. Top in all 3 columns, 1,485. For RNG's Toxis, 1,093 for the VK101P. Those are the only 2 players over 1,000. And the next highest player was the Star One with 856. He fired 31 rounds in the game, 23 direct hits, 21 penetrations, damage of 6,463, of which 2,835 hit points were at more than 300 meters. So about half the damage he did was at long range. And of course we saw those fired at the dunes or from the dunes at the enemy. 7 hits received, 4 pens, 3 non-pens, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. It kind of shows that the armor is fairly weak. It's not as strong as all that. I think the problem is that the way that RNG's Toxis was playing was as if the armor was very, very strong indeed. But in fact, actually, it's fairly weak armor. He was being very aggressive to come back to the riverbed and try and help his teammates out to win against 2 heavies. He got 1,000 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 11 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 1,228 hit points of spotting assist. He earned 54,514 credits from the game, but he did fire a lot of premium ammo, and as a result he actually took away a loss of 56,297 credits, 1,485 XP, 2,228 from personal reserves, 1,114 from tactical training, 4,456 from personal missions payout, a total of 10,026 experience points altogether. That's quite a haul from this battle. So yes, sadly he didn't get the 6.5k that he was after, but hopefully he did actually then complete the mission shortly afterwards, because this was a very nice ace tanker game after all that. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please do let other players know that we've got a second channel called The General, where you can watch great replays without any commentary to distract you whatsoever, and they're absolutely fantastic battles with loads of kills. Thanks for watching.